So the theme for SecureState this year is the Kaizen principles. Kaizen, by the definition, is really based off of the lean manufacturing, or TPS, Toyota's production system, which was designed for line workers to actually kind of raise their hand or pull cord when there was an issue. So that's one of the reasons that SecureState's taken an initiative, is to better our processes internal, which then obviously goes out to our customers and makes our quality of service much higher. Now let's get into the state of security. So a recent study came out and said that cybercrime is costing the United States about $100 billion. A big issue for security nonetheless. Not surprisingly, most organizations still have not taken any proactive measures to really combat this $100 billion loss that we're experiencing. And really, who gets affected by it is the consumers. It's you and I. When we go to the store and we swipe our card, we're paying more for whatever that item is to offload the cost of the risk and the losses that the company actually experienced that year. What do we do with the $100 billion? Put it into a proactive approach. And this is crazy. We got to get out of it. It's this mindset that security is always one step behind the criminals and the hackers. And we have the ability to get ahead. That's what we kind of have to do. So Apple, who's notoriously been the front runner of a lot of different security initiatives, recently just experienced a blow. And their development site got hacked. Now, while a lot of the confidential information was encrypted and not exposed, still, Apple by itself was down for about 3 days during this event. Now, moving forward, when you look at what does that mean in the grand scheme of things, really anyone is vulnerable to attack. Even Apple, who's historically, as we said, has been just on the front line of security, experiences blow. Can we do lessons learned from this? And what do we do to increase our security posture? In other news, the femtocell, which for those that aren't real familiar with that, is really just the cellular kind of Wi-Fi extender that people use. So especially if you're a business traveler, you're going out into the airport, you're going to set one of these up. We're finding that attackers now are finding ways to actually get into those networks, which have historically been ones that have been more secure. And we're finding that that may not be the case. So the next time you look around and you're traveling in the airport and you see a few different things pop up, careful what you're connecting to. Make sure it's your network and not the hacker next to you. And now, as most of our customers and employees want to know, what's going on with us. Most of you know I'm going for my executive MBA at Northwestern University. And recently the polls came out and ranked Northwestern. We had 4 spots in the top 10. So congratulations to Northwestern and the MBA program out there. So some of you have already noticed that on their main website is the SecureState philosophy, or our business model for security. In business school, they have models and different ways they display things, from the SWOT to the cash cow. Different models are used. So in security, we really didn't have a model that we can easily articulate up to executives where we're at with our current state security, where do we need to go, and looking at the principle of the 3 forces and how does that affect. So you got, obviously, the time impacts that, any change in priorities, changes in resources, and then obviously the money that is involved to get you to that desired state, and ultimately to a secure state. So for more on this, check the video out.
SecureState has developed a business model through years of consulting experience. This model facilitates our clients' pursuit of their future goals, their desired state, from where they are now, their current state. Ultimately, our goal is for clients to achieve a consistent, measurable, and repeatable process that can be applied to any business environment. In security, we call this the secure state. To start, SecureState partners with clients to provide a wide array of services that allow us to gain an understanding of their security and risk posture in its current state. After we identify the current state, we work with our clients to develop a roadmap that accounts for the principle of 3 forces, outlining the strategic and tactical recommendations that will guide them to their desired states while considering time, resources, and change. Without both the strategic and tactical components, the 3 forces will ultimately bring an organization back to a deteriorated state. Frustration builds as the organization's vision is not realized. SecureState eliminates that frustration with support throughout the implementation of the roadmap. Once the desired state is achieved, SecureState will then help the client reach operational excellence through the use of a four-phased approach based on the Deming cycle of quality management, or plan, do, check, act. With SecureState as your business advisor, we will apply this model to solve your business challenges at any stage, increasing your security while decreasing the amount of risk you accept. We'll equip you with the knowledge and resources to get you to a secure state.
So we have a webinar coming up on just the business model we just spoke of. And I'm Ken Stasiak, and this was the State of Security.